Hello everybody, Beard Reads Books here, and welcome to today's book review. Now, ages ago, for a good couple of years or so ago, this is when my wife and I were still living in Worth in West Sussex. I bought a job lot of horror books off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was um like pulp fiction, some horror books, like pulp books. And one of the books was this, The Cats. Uh, this was written in 1977 to cash in on James Herbert's 1974 debut novel, The Rats. A lot of you, if you're horror fans, you've probably heard of James Herbert. He's written quite a lot of horror books, but like I said, his debut novel was The Rats, which did really well, and that. So obviously, a lot of people wanted to, publishers and authors and all the rest wanted to cash in on his success. And Nick Sharman, he's one of the authors who wanted to cash in on the success of The Rats. So he wrote this book, The Cats. It's it's a horror story about killer cats. Yes, indeed. What can I say about it? It's one of these books, it really is so utterly bad. It's kind of interesting. It, it's kind of funny in its complete stupidity and just, yeah. It's basically about, I don't know, this bacteria was developed to be used as some kind of biological weapon, and it was put in cats, and when the temperature gets above a certain point, the bacteria causes cats to become these kind of organized, intelligent killer moggies, and then when the temperature drops below a certain point, they kind of become docile and hide away. And yeah, it's pretty much that simplistic a story, and and it's got all the cliches in it. It's got the one-dimensional characters, and it's also got the very rushed ending. It's 160 pages, and it gets completely wrapped up within the last 10 pages. So yeah, it's. I must admit, as I was reading it, there's a part of me that was thinking, why am I reading it? I can do better. I can read better stories than this. But another part of me was thinking, well, it's just so utterly bad. It's kind of enjoyable. Let's just enjoy it for what it is. I suppose it's like the McDonald's of books. Yeah, when you eat a McDonald's, you know it's crap. You know it's a waste of money, and you could be getting so much better burgers, but you go for McDonald's anyway to fill a hole. And I suppose this is like the book equivalent of a McDonald's. It's crap. You can do better, but it kind of fills a hole. Yeah, if you want a decent horror story, horror book, go to somebody like James Herbert or Stephen King. Those kind of people like that. But if you want a quick story that's rushed at the end, that's got all the cliches in it, the one-dimensional characters, then yeah, go for it. The characters that get mentioned like introduced, and then a couple of pages later, killed by a killer boggy. The reading about the hippie, absolutely spaced out on his head, and he's so spaced out on his head that he didn't realise that when the cats come and start eating him, he doesn't realise it is actually happening until the last minute. To begin with, he thinks that these cats that are eating him are just like a drug-induced like trip. Yeah. Yeah, and then and there's also another funny bit was like sorry, this is how bad this story is. It just makes it's so bad it's funny. And yeah, the suddenly thinking about the prostitute, the bit about the prostitute that gets killed as well by the cats. I don't know. It's just I'm just finding it funny the remembering like these random characters that get introduced, and within a couple of pages they've been killed by strange like killer cats. So, yeah, guys. Yeah, if you want a real good quick, like giggle, like a quick read and an absolute blast, yeah, get this, read it. I mean, if you want a good proper like story, horror story, something that really sink your teeth into, get James Herbert, The Rats. If you want cheap and cheerful rubbish, just like something to fill the hole, get Nick Sharman's The Cats. Hey guys, yeah, The Cats, so bad it's good. I enjoyed it, mate. I enjoyed it. There you go. That's my book review on The Cats. Hope you enjoy. And I haven't decided quite yet what my next book I'm going to read is. It's going to be something a bit more upmarket than cheap and cheerful sort of pulp trash. So something a bit more weighty, for what better way of putting it. I haven't decided yet, but anyway, I'm going to find something good to read and do a review on it. And in the meantime, guys, hope you enjoyed this video and look forward to seeing you again soon. In the meantime, stay safe, keep reading.